right, this is Kim. Here we are with another EQX house session. Today is a good day. We have our good friends Northern Faces here, Brian, Matt, Marco, and Mark. Thanks for taking the drive up to the Green Mountains today.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's always good seeing you guys. And you're up here for a few different reasons. You got a new record on the way. You got a show coming up at the Hollow December 1st. And we just like hanging out with you. So all good reasons to make the trip up here. And it's been a minute since you guys put out a new record. So I wanted to ask, with going into this one, was kind of the mindset different at all, or the writing process and what you guys did to make those songs come to life in the studio? Or have you just done this together so long, you're like, this is how Northern Faces does it, this is what works?
No, it was definitely different. I think it's actually different every record for us. This one, we ended up with a lot more demos than we've had before. I think we got it down to, it was above 20, close to 30 at one point, song ideas. And that was mostly because this writing process, we did a lot of it sort of in the computer, I guess you could say, demoing. Normally, we do a lot of jamming in the room, too, once we have the songs together. But having it in the computer gave us the ability to just swap parts really quickly, rearrange songs on the fly, without having to get four guys on the same page in the room.
Right.
So that way you can kind of tell really quick what's working and what's not. And outside of that, another huge focus for us this time was the lyrics. It's not that they weren't a focus before, but I think we were a little more focused on melody, and maybe we weren't so concerned with the lyrics on our last record necessarily having to do with our life experiences. We just wanted them to be something that other people could relate to. This record, every line was poured over with Marco and I and our producer. It was constant. Like when Marco would be in the booth singing, playback would stop, and when Marco would go, Casey, you don't like that line, do you? So we'd go back downstairs and rewrite and keep working on the songs, but that was a huge difference for us. So now, listening back, it's definitely a snapshot of what we're going through when we're writing the record, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. You say, you at first maybe on the last record wrote lyrics that you thought other people might relate to, but you guys are just regular, relatable guys, and everyone wants to hear what's going on in your life. So that's really cool that people on this record will hear something a little bit more personal. Talking about your experiences over the past few years, you've been on some pretty big tours opening up for different bands that have brought you all over the country to festivals, venues of all different sizes. And, it's really different from playing in Albany at the Hollow or the Low Beat or Upstate Concert Hall to a room of friends. And how has that made you guys grow as a band, just playing to all those different types of people in different rooms?
Yeah, and I mean, even just outside of the people, the fact that when you're playing locally, a lot of time it's like once every couple weeks, once every month or two. When you're playing the songs every day, I mean, we just did a tour earlier this year where it was like 25 shows in 30 days or something like that. By the end of that tour, you're a different band. I mean, you're playing the songs differently. The songs they just become, we would like to come up with some different live versions too of the songs. We don't mind tweaking the songs. So instead of dialing that in over the course of 6 months, you're doing it really quickly over the course of a couple weeks. And you've got the feedback of the crowd to play off of, which is huge. I mean, when you're playing locally, too, you've got your friends and your family, and of course, everyone's going to be really excited no matter what. But when you're on the road, those people don't know who you are, and they're there to see the band after you.
Yeah.
So we get out there, and it's our job to win them over. So that's huge. So for us, it was cool, too, to see. I mean, we were surprised. There's some songs on the new record we had no idea would work live, and it'd be the ones at the merch table people are coming back and talking about every night. So that was really cool.
That is awesome, just getting that feedback right away. Like,
Yeah,
this is the
it's
first
huge.
time you're playing these people, seeing these people, and just hearing what's working. And being on the road, probably more time than you're on the stage, you're in the van, and you guys bring sound guy extraordinaire from the Hollow, Tony Potente, who's up here today also.
Yeah, give it up for Tony.
Of course. Any words about what life on the road in the van is like with Mr. Potente?
Oh, just with Tony in general?
Yeah.
Well, usually he started this new thing on the last tour where he sleeps in the van now.
Oh, too good for hotels?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, he just feels at home there. It's fine, So then we get in the van in the morning, usually pretty early to head off to the next show because you usually have a long drive. Tony usually sleeps, till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. His head pops up in the back bunk. By bunk, I mean bench. And, are we almost there? Can we pull over to pee?
Jeez.
But
Tony's
Tony's awesome, and having him out on the road with us is the best thing because it just makes us so confident. We know, we're all into production and mixing and that sort of stuff ourselves, so we take that really seriously. A lot of bands, I think, at our level may not necessarily be bringing out a sound engineer yet, but it helps that we have, like, one of our best friends is an awesome engineer, and he knows our songs really well, so that helps us a lot.
Yeah, well, it's so cool that you guys have been doing what you're doing together for so long. You're such a good group of guys that are just so good at making great songs, and we're so happy today we get to hear a bunch of new ones. So usually we do like little interview song, but we're just gonna let all these new songs speak for themselves today. So I'm just gonna say thanks, and I'll let you guys kind of take it from here. I know we're gonna start with "Messin' with Me," which a lot of people that listen to the station are familiar with, and after that, all new stuff that no one's heard.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so thank you so much, guys, and I'll let you take it from here.
Sounds good.
I went to bed the other day, seeing shades of blue. I won't think and hesitate, and blame it on you. Try to find some peace of mind, but I can't ease my mood. My mind seems to run away. It won't stop chasing you. No, I can't shake it. Yeah, when you're saying what I created wasn't. You said to fade out, get out the way now, but I won't, 'cause it's all I know. You know I won't fall for you, buddy, 'cause I know you're messing with me. Oh yeah, I know you're above me, but watch out, you're talking to me. Oh yeah, you keep your mouth running, but I know you're messing with me. Oh yeah, I know you're above me, but watch out, you're talking to me. I always underestimate what these words can do. Yeah, you said my time was running out, but I got something to prove. No, I can't shake it. Yeah, when you're saying what I created wasn't. You said to fade out, you'll never make it, but I won't. No, I won't let it go. You know I won't fall for you, buddy, 'cause I know you're messing with me. Oh yeah, I know you're above me, but watch out, you're talking to me. Oh yeah, you keep your mouth running, but I know you're messing with me. Oh yeah, I know you're above me, but watch out, you're talking to me. Yeah, you know I won't fall for you, buddy, 'cause I know you're messing with me. Oh yeah, I know you're above me, but watch out, you're talking to me. Oh yeah, you keep your mouth running, but I know you're messing with me. Oh yeah, I know you're above me, but watch out, you're talking to me. I'm faced with reality. Yeah, the clock's working against me. All my friends now, they're all settled down. But all I can see is my guitar and an empty dream. Am I burned out? And I wish I could press rewind.
I could start over again.
'Cause I think that I lost my mind.
Or is this all in my head?
But I talk a big game, don't I?
I think it all went to my head.
And now I think I hear wolves outside. Say yo, firecracker burnt out. Now you ain't making it out. 'Cause you've been running your mouth. Your firecracker burnt out on you. I can't help but think they're right.
I think they got into my head.
And when they say it's a waste of my time,
Won't let them knock me
but
down.
I'll hold my head down. I'll march my way around. They said what I lost, it could not be found. Now they're not talking at all. Your firecracker burnt out. Now you ain't making it out. 'Cause you've been running your mouth. Your firecracker burnt out on you.
Don't take advice from me, 'cause I still got lots to prove. I want all this for myself, myself. My eye on mine and well. Don't take advice from me, 'cause I still got lots to prove.
Your firecracker burnt out. Now you ain't making it out. 'Cause you've been running your mouth. Your firecracker burnt out on you. All I heard is this has gotta get better. Yeah, this has gotta get better now. And all I know is we gotta stick together. Yeah, we gotta stick together now. And you've been drinking too much. And I know it ain't good for your health. And if we never fall, how will we have solved it? And if we never scream, how will we resolve it? The more you need and the more we keep dissolving, the more I wanna get out now. I get better. Yeah, this has gotta get better now. And all I know is we gotta stick together. Yeah, we gotta stick together now.